Well, the statement you've made is not only so credible, it's been leaked accidentally by members of the U.S. government who, when describing it, even Secretary Rumsfeld at one time referred to it, and we'll call it a mistake, as the missile attack on the Pentagon. Now, the TV show in the U.S. a little over a year ago by former Governor Jesse Ventura hired scientists, airline pilots, interviewed people who were at the scene. I have friends who were at the scene. And not only is there no evidence that a plane hit, and there were 85 videos, a second video was released yesterday. Now, it hasn't been carefully vetted, but it appears to be quite genuine. That clearly shows a cruise missile from another angle hitting the Pentagon. We have a second video of this. Now, there are people who dispute the video, but we have people that dispute every video, and frankly, it's become that kind of issue. But the people at the scene, the CNN reporters at the scene, saw no plane wreckage. And then we have reliable reports from airline pilots, and this is on the video that we put on our website at Veterans Today, stating that it would be impossible for the plane and for any pilot at all, including the top Air Force and Navy pilots in the U.S., the Top Gun instructors, couldn't have flown a plane to have accomplished what was accomplished. We have engineers at Boeing, the company that manufactured the plane that supposedly hit the Pentagon, that said it couldn't fly that fast, it can't fly that low, it can't make those turns, it couldn't have been there. And then, of course, we have the close photographs of the Pentagon showing no wreckage of any kind. And the kind of debris field you see from a plane wreck, it sometimes covers a square mile. Well, what you get, of course, isn't just the plane wreckage, the tail, the engines, the lawn torn up, of course, which was pristine that day. You don't get a hole 7-8 feet across, but you'd have a hole where the wings hit over 120 feet across. None of that had happened. Nobody could fly it. The plane couldn't do it. It didn't do the damage. And now we have a second video showing, and the missile looks to be, at the distance we have, the missile actually is within, it's a distance shot, it's 8 pixels, it's rectangular, it's white. The distance looks to, from nose to tail, looks to be 17 to 20 feet. The speed, I haven't estimated it yet, but supersonic. And it has no wings. If it has a tail, it's very small. But this is a very small, we have the film. It's very small. And a year ago, we had scientific proof that a plane could not have been responsible. This plane they talk about that hit the Pentagon went off radar for 28 minutes. Meaning, as far as I'm concerned, if something goes off radar in the United States, and we have an air defense system here beyond anything imaginable, well beyond anything reported, it had to have landed. Now, there's no question, no plane hit the Pentagon. It was a missile. Who did it or why it was done is conjecture. But we just know, we know it wasn't a plane. We're willing to prove it isn't a plane, and we'll prove it in any court of law. And we have now, what we hadn't had, we have more solid evidence to go with a wealth of solid evidence that we've put together for 10 years. And, of course, it's our belief that members of the U.S. government and one other foreign government were complicit in the planning and execution of the attacks on 9/11. We've got the anniversary coming up in a few days, and it's very distressing for so many of us, for so many veterans here in the United States, knowing that their own government was responsible for this, and they're going to come out, parade around, and lie to us again. And this isn't 2001. This is 2011. We know they're lying, and we can't take it anymore. This is just too much.